How everybody doing? I was gonna do a live and dedicate the live to management, specifically about some issue. And the live was gonna be dedicated to Dimitri Kreslow, Vice and President Davey. Specifically, how despicable this company is, and it is. But I ain't get a chance to get home. I got off almost 3 hours ago, but a member needed my help, a sister. And this sister, it got me so disgusted. This sister was sexually assaulted. Somebody grabbed her body part. And the union told her she couldn't go out. And this is like the third time I heard something. Sis don't know what to do. And on top of that, sis doing platform and got assaulted. Call the cops and the crew office sends her somewhere by herself. She's doing plat alone. So I'm doing platform and sis coming. I see her getting off the train. I did platform with someone. Me and another brother. She gets off the train and I say, sis, I know you ain't doing plat by yourself. And she said, yeah. So I take her back to the terminal, to the CRC, and fill out a safety resolution form. And sis is there now. But think of this company who sent a sister who was sexually assaulted a week ago. And they put her on plat by herself. And think of this union. And this union, trust me, I don't want to talk about the union. We shouldn't have to talk about Canella. We should be concentrating on the contract. We should be talking about our futures. But goddamn, you can't get away from this shit with this union. I'm so glad I'm free. I'm so glad I got a loving family. I don't got to be at this piece. And I'm going to tell you something. I only stayed for y'all. I made 35 grand last year. I was out. I only stayed. Possibly if this ain't happened to my brother Tremel, I wouldn't be here right now. I know it's my wife says to me, my kids be saying, my grown kids like, Daddy, you still with this? My wife be looking at me now with utter disgust. What are you doing? And I love my wife. All you have, you know what supersedes love in the relationship? Respect. I'd rather my wife respect me than love me. Love is very mercurial, goes up and down. But my wife now, I ain't even drive home yet. Ain't gonna be put no hoodie on or nothing. I'm tired. When I go home, I want to go to bed. I want to lay down. I want to do something. I'm tired of talking about this union. This shit is a joke. And we know it's a joke. Everywhere I go, they saying the same thing. Two things they say. Why is Canella still in office? And this union ain't shit. I didn't make this up. This is how everybody watching this feels that way. And this shouldn't be. We should love our union. We should support our union. We should respect our officers. And our officers is telling sister who got sexually assaulted, she can't go out. And they've been doing that. Ken Rivera, Brian Davis. This union is inept. This is what you see, the corruption. This is what the corruption is. They want people loyal. They don't care who's on. You know what people ask me? How do I get in the union? They don't ask me how I get in the union. How do I fight? They basically asking me, how do I get off the road? And you know why they say that? Because they see so many people who they know are not real reps. They see so many people who never did nothing for nobody in this membership. And now they're union reps. But you know why they're union reps? Because they kiss the ring. Because they follow orders. Because you have a union. This union is the equivalent of the Catholic Church. And I don't say the Catholic Church. Everybody got the right to serve their God. Jehovah's Witness, Buddha, Baptist, Presbyterian, Catholic. But was at a point that the Catholic Church was all about protecting the Catholic Church. It wasn't about who was sitting in that pew. It was about protecting the church, not the members and the people who worked for the church, regardless of what they was doing. That's what our union is now. This shit is embarrassing. This sister didn't know what to do. She talked to these, and please, brothers and sisters, stop. You got people who have been here 30 years, who never went to 2 Broadway, who never got the damn. Most people get in a situation, they don't want to talk about it. So stop giving members advice based on experiences you don't have. You make it hard for everybody, including the good reps. I hear so many people talking about what goes on at 2 Broadway. Don't do this. Don't go. Take this to arbitration. Do this. Do that. Y'all don't know a damn thing how this shit work. And you're risking brothers and sisters' careers. You're giving them bad advice. You're muddying the waters. You're making it hard for the good union reps to rep our members. Members, if you get a damn and you have some questions, ask whoever offered you the advice to show you their damn, to show you their settlement, so they can give you some real advice. But everybody's giving everybody advice and talking. I talk shit about the union. I was in the union. I ran. I sacrificed my time and my family. I cared. I say what I say because I put in the work. I answered my phone. I cried with members. I fought supervision. And I still stand out there. And these fake ass reps, Richie Davis, you should be ashamed of yourself. Not only for what you did to Tremel, your comments to the press, your lack of leadership, but you allow a whole division, RTO, to be rep by incompetent people who never fought, who don't got no fight in them. You got fighters out there, fuck me. You got fighters out here. There's competent people out here who fight with experience. This is shameful. But I'm so thankful for my family. I'm so thankful, and I try. I try with every fiber of my being not to embarrass my family. I try to reciprocate the love. I don't care about this car, sis. When you do live, you might need a new car. You funny, sis. I don't care about that. I would have this in the McDonald's. And anybody, my advice, sis, is I'd rather have money than struggle to lease a car or to have a car I can't afford. But that being said, I'm getting off. This union is weak. This union is weak. And it's willful ignorance. It's willful ignorance. And they know what's going on. This what you see. What you see around you is a union that don't care about RTO and stations. They could not care about you. If you had if you had cancer, you want a specialist. If you had any condition, you won't want no resident. You won't want a nurse. You won't want what you call it, a CPA, a nurse assistant. It's your life. You want people equipped and qualified to help you. We don't have that here. And they have no interest. I could run off 12 names of people right now who have experience, who fight, who care about the membership. These people they got here, who you fooling? Who you fooling? Look, don't believe me? Look around. Look around. Who's in this sister? She says, damn, this union need to get their act together. People all day, what kind of union do this? This union is a joke. And this union is a joke. There's no getting around it. I'm not making this up. This is how you feel. I would have went home, took a shower, put a hoodie on, and did a live. And talked about what I originally planned to talk about. But I can't. Because this sister needed help. And worse than her needing, she had no help. She's getting valid. Why is she getting advice? I don't know. Maybe the union reps wanted to go to bed. Maybe they just didn't want to, they didn't feel like it. Maybe they just don't care. I don't know. What I know right now is that we're in peril in every way, aspect, any way you look at it. We got this embarrassment for a VP. We got reps that don't pick up their phones. And you're right, sis. The membership does allow it. Y'all voted for some of these folks. The union, you know, Stand United, they not Stay United. Stay United was organized. They always organized, and they're gonna be organized the next election. But Progressive Change is running around looking for people with meetings. I was there. They would have took anybody, and they did take anybody. It's not you are who you are. It's not their fault. But we are paying the consequences. We're suffering right now because we had the union. Eric lost the election. Eric Local. We voted him out, and they paying him with our money. They giving him whatever he gets, 70, 80 grand a year with our dues. RTO spoke. RTO said we had enough for Eric. Bye. You're not worthy of being our VP. You had your chance. And Canella? We shouldn't have to go through all this with Canella. They trying to protect Canella. What he did. And I'm tired. I'm almost tired of talking about this. Where's everybody? It shouldn't have been 15 people, 30 people at the meeting. It should have been standing room only. It shouldn't have been only 3 conductors there. Do anybody care about what's going on around you? Look at stations. 30 decades ago, would you think that the tokens, we wouldn't use tokens no more? Then again, Metro cards, they gone. And you know what's going to replace them? Station agents, our brothers and sisters, the Army's going to replace them. You know what they're going to do? They're going to put $12, $15 an hour security guards there. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to eradicate station agents. That's what they do. Or go attrition, who retires and all that. That's the plan. The day of the station agent is over. And the union sold you out. But they coming for RTO. They coming for us. I said before about technology. That y'all gotta be, technology is not gonna walk past RTO. If they can work without us, they gonna. That's the plan. That's all these businesses plan. But the issue is, what are you gonna do about it? Are you just, like, you see somebody, like, you go in the cashier, you know, you go to Macy's, God bless them, or you go somewhere, and you see a guy that been working in Macy's for 30 years. And you could look in his face, and he said, this is my life. I'm a cashier in Macy's. Good thing I'm in the mattress section. But he said, this is my life. This is my life. So this is us? This is our life? Union walking all over us? Supervisors walking all over us? And we just find the way we adapt. Like a woman or a man getting beat up at home. He loves me. She loves me. But at least in their mind, a bad woman, a bad man is trying to change that person. They're never going to change that person, but they try. Is anybody trying to change this environment that we in? People telling you a dispatcher disrespect you, or a TSS, or a superintendent, and the old timer come and say, he's all right, she's all right, you just got to get to know him. Are you going to get coffee for them for a drop or extra trip? You take every type of indignity known to man under the guise is, I have a job and it pays okay. We can't afford to live in this town. What? I was doing research. I was going to do about how much it costs to live in New York. I don't have my notes because I ran into sis who needed help, who wasn't getting any help from the union, who was giving her bad advice. And they got to know better. They got to know better. But they don't care. But do you care? I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm looking older. I never had high blood pressure before. And I don't give a damn about any supervisor. I'm not being bullied. But I'm smelling these rat hairs going in my nose. Brothers losing their hearing. That guy's talking about the brother who, Aetna don't give hearing aids, but this way the transit pays for, the union pays for hearing aids. I'll talk about that next week, I guess. But all this that we work, this environment that we work in. And we got a union that's doing absolutely nothing. You know who was helping sis? The supervisors today. They was appalled, of course. You know, every chance a supervisor has to hit the union, they're going to hit the union. What kind of union do you have? They didn't do this. They advised you that. And what kind of union do we have? Y'all is so, like, we playing pretend now? Things are going to get better? Things ain't getting better. Things ain't getting better. Because nobody's fighting back or pushing back. And what happens when you don't fight back and pushing back? You are resigned to your... Do quality of life mean anything? We so engulfed in this. I'm off. I shouldn't be taking this home with me. I shouldn't be talking about the job. Any of this. After hours. So many of us take this home with us. This shit is we engulfed in it. We marinate in it. And at some point, because we dying, how long can you go taking trips, being pushed out, and you got to use the bathroom? What's the consequences of that? What's the consequence of having to urinate? I have to use the feces, have to use the toilet, move your bowels if you want that term, I guess, and holding it. What's the consequence of wanting to choke somebody who's disrespecting you and who's been disrespecting you for years? Who tries to talk to you like year after year? And your excuse is, I get paid here? That's how you justify it? I get paid here every other Thursday? But I could be treated anyway, talked to anyway. We work for a company that if you're on the train, if I'm on uniform right now, if I was taking the bus, right? If I was taking the bus and I got in something with a passenger, because I could be off duty, I'm subject to discipline. If you're on the train on your way to work and something happened, transit expect you to help and assist. And if a passenger see you, that's why I know we don't go home with our uniform. We have coats on, jackets and hoodies. But the passenger take a video of us walking away from something going left, we subject to discipline. Right? But you fall down the steps in this uniform on transit property, you can't get comp. If you assaulted on transit property before you sign in, you don't get comp. This company is trying to make it harder. They're fighting on fatal 12-9s. This company has people have people being medically terminated like it's going out of style. This company didn't want to give us, haven't given us. Didn't think about giving us, and the government and this union didn't fight for a hazard pay. Now, possibly, we're going to get, if we get some hazard pay, so that, well, God knows what they're going to do for us, what they expect from us, if they give us a little lump, a little $4,000, $5,000 after taxes ain't nothing. Even if it's 10, it ain't nothing after tax. God forbid that they give us some, what they gonna really is some sort of bonus or something under the guise of hazard pay. And we're gonna take it. And we're gonna take whatever they give us, because we take whatever they give us. And everybody's here is like, shh, Drummond, be quiet, Drummond. Tramel, don't cause no waves. Evangeline, be quiet. Nook, be quiet. Ferretti, be quiet. Jason, be quiet. Ben, be quiet. People telling me that Tramel's too aggressive. I'm too aggressive. Where's the voice at now? It's so quiet now. You just saw Tramel the other day. He's breaking, like I said, breaking things to the lowest common denominator for y'all with this contract. And we got a VP that does nothing. What happened to all his fight? What happened to anybody's fight? Everybody's a fighter when they campaign. But like Sis said earlier, I saw you, Sis. Where's our fight? Where's our fight? How did it get this way? I respect everybody. But somebody allowed it to get this way. Somebody allowed these dispatchers to become monsters. And these TSSs to become monsters. And Sis, at Far Rockaway, you took my friendship for granted. I helped you. I respected you. Always did. When you trying to stun on me as a dispatcher, Sis, you're a dispatcher. That's what you are to me now. And I know you watching because you watch. In Far Rockaway. When you see me moving forward, Sis, I couldn't find your number. I'm a sign on and that's it. There's no love here. You're one of them and you act like one of them. And you're on your way to be one of the worst dispatchers. And I'm going to get G2s for you like I get for anybody else. Because you tried to leverage our friendship the other day, last week. And yeah, I guess that's my passive aggressive because I wanted to, but I have more respect for you on our friendship, our relationship, not friendship, our professional relationship, that I didn't go at you. But you one of them now, Sis. I know you watching. You're one of them in Far Rockaway. You're one of them. And when I see you, I'm signing on. There's no pleasantries if I see you again. So know that. And I'm going to work with the union and anybody. If you violate any of the members, I'm coming after you. So you know that. Says God bless you and you be safe. But there's nothing here. And we got to fight. We got to stand up. And Gen Z and these old timers, God bless them, they not doing nothing. They're complaining. They're passive and they're chasing money. And everybody got to eat. And everybody, but at what cost? At what cost? How dare anybody here down anybody for whatever they do? Look down on anybody. And a lot of the old times, y'all do anything for money, for $1. Y'all do anything for, y'all wash your dispatcher's car. Y'all do anything for $1. And don't care what goes on around you. What's affecting our brothers and sisters? You know, you're not mentoring anybody. You're getting on the union. Everything's our fault. Well, the union doing good, whatever administrations in power, or or reign in administration, or in office. That's a better word. You don't care one way or another what's going on around you. So Gen Z, the microaggressions they're doing, y'all don't take disrespect. Stand up. Stand up. Get with any group you want, Progressive Action, whatever other group you want, but stand up. Because you're going to be here 30 years, 25 years. And it's going to be 25 years in pain because trans is going to break you. We are broken down here. We are broken down here. The union knows it. Because if we wasn't, we'd be protesting. We will go up to the 9th floor and raise some hell, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things we would be doing. And transit know you broken. They know it. You think they don't read Facebook? You don't think they hear the back and forth, the complaining, the dry snitching that we do on Facebook? The mocking of each other? What's up, Brimage? What's up, brother? Good brother there. But I ain't gonna lie. I got no reason to lie. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. My wife looking at me sideways. I'm not losing my wife for this. My wife knows. She knows so many terminologies from G2 this and that. She asked me questions about this. She always asks me how many people showed up. And she give me that. You've been in a relationship for a long time. You know, a woman don't have to say nothing. A man don't have to say nothing. They give you a look. Jada, I wouldn't do what Will did. I ain't that type of man, but she gave him a look. You know your spouse. And I love my wife. And I'm not trying to lose her. Fighting a lost cause. Because nobody want to fight. Y'all don't want to stand up. We should have enough dignity for ourselves that can, before we do anything, get a representative that's going to represent us. Not a thug like Canelo, because that's what he is. That's what he is. Everywhere I go, it's the same conversation about Canelo. How's he still in office? What's up with that guy? That's what they talking. The second thing, like I said, they talking about that this union, a piece of crap. That's what some use. This union is nothing. This union is weak, and we are weak. RTO and stations. We are weak. There's no getting around it. There's too many fighters walking around and too many people who I deem never gave a damn. What's going on, brother? Never gave a damn about the membership. Never cared one bit. And it's just showing itself. You don't need a lot of people. You go through history. When you overthrow, it ain't a lot of people. You can't overthrow the government unless you have the people behind you. Any corruptness, unless you have the people behind you and they willing to fight. This is about our souls right now. This is about our future. Again, we around, forget, COVID could have never happened. And we're around a hostile work environment with supervision, toxic. People, EDPs and criminals who trying to attack us every day. Somebody got spit on at Parsons today. Toxic. We work with rats. That's disease. Today, when I came to work today, I used the bathroom before I couldn't work, but I also dropped 2 Imodiums. There's going to be consequences for that, but I don't want to use these bathrooms. Some of that's on us. Clean up after yourself. That ain't all on supervision. You either clean or you're not. And if you're not clean, do a better job at your hygiene or whatever. But we work in a very bad this place is not. We need to make it better. We have the power to make this place better. Is this what you're going to accept? Is this what you're going to accept? If you're going to leave me alone. Leave me alone. I grew up and somebody got into something, we still behind them. He had the knife. If he was willing to fight, we'd hold him down. If he ain't going to fight, what I'm holding him down for? He don't want to fight. You called me to help you. And you don't want to, you got to fight first. You don't know how it went. You have 101, whatever it is, and we're going to make sure nobody jump in. But you got to fight. We don't have no fight here. It's just all about money at transit. You can do and say, we got dispatchers and TSSs and superintendents doing what they want, saying what they want, saying what they want. And then you're going to hold that anger and resentment to a point, get to a point that now you just blaming your brothers and sisters because you don't have the heart or the temerity to step to this dispatcher, right? The G2. And then you're going to hold that for 30 years and drop dead? And drop dead because we dropping dead? Please, tomorrow, look at your CIC. I don't know why they keep in memory and stuff. I don't know. But we are surrounded by memorials of dead people who are not old. Who's 50s, 60s, late 40s. There ain't a place where you have so many people on billboards of people who died. More than cops and fire combined that transit. And all we did during the COVID, and we come back to the same shit. We come back to the same. We lost. We got sick. We did everything. We sacrificed. We were traumatized. And now, 2 years later, it's the same. It's worse. As if nothing ever happened. Hocus pocus. There was no COVID. We didn't lose anybody. Listen, I'm going to be honest. Be honest. At this point, everybody tell you, the good reps will tell you, all the fighters. If I had to bet, I'm going to bet you're going to do nothing. Because you do nothing. And drumming time here is winding down. And it has to. It has to. And let me say so you know, so y'all know. So y'all know, I'm never calling, I'm never respecting. I was 70% transit. Now, I'll talk about that next week. I'm never adhering to, play this for the arbitrator. I'm never adhering to 30%. I'm never calling you to say I'm home or I'm going out. I'm never doing that. Don't come to my door when I call out sick. Come to my door so I can slam it in your face. I was 70%. You demented bastards. I was 70%. And I got sick. If a tornado hit somebody's house at 2 Broadway, is they going to lose their status? Their good attendance? If it's a meteor, a car crushes somebody because it's a tornado or something, are you going to take their status? And they came to work every day? I get sick. We get sick. You penalize us for being sick. This sick-ass company. The sick-ass company that y'all don't want to fight against. That does what they want. If you want a job, if you want to drive Uber for 6 hours a day, or DoorDash, or do real estate, or build cabinets, and you put in an application for dual employment, they say no because it jeopardizes your job, but the crew office call you, you can work 18 hours, that's all right with them? These sick-ass company we work for, that we get sick. We get sick. We get her in their job and they send lawyers and call us frauds. They go to court and say we faking. They trying to stop comp. That's what they're trying to do. And this is something the union, like Trammell said, you gonna negotiate? You ain't trying to put foot on their neck? You ain't fighting them with everything in your arsenal? This is our union? You ain't saying damn thing about, you did maybe two, Utano had that press conference with Lynch about hazard pay. I think it was one thing for 1 month or something on hazard pay in 220. And now 3 years later, we negotiating that. You know when COVID was going on, we had our sanitizer was made in Rikers Island. They had jars of Perel this big. We had to think about that. We was getting our hand sanitizer from inmates. They had gallons of Perel up there. This is them. This is the company that we work for. You sick. You sick. You got a cold. You real sick. You head cold. You eating soup. You trying to rest. And you don't pick up your phone. You get disciplined. You can't even be sick. They don't respect us enough to allow us 2 days, 3 days to get better. They think we doing something. Sit outside our house and wait. Don't bother us. Don't call us. We trying to rest. Y'all don't see the pattern here? How they treat us here? And then they don't want to punish supervisors? What they waiting for? What y'all waiting for? Somebody to go postal? That's what you're waiting for? Because y'all don't do nothing about these supervisors. Y'all don't do nothing about these supervisors not held accountable. What are y'all waiting for? How much can we take? How much can any person take? Dispatch is holding the payroll, trying to be funny. Dispatch is timekeeping, kicking slips back. And today, I was talking about before I took a morning, my stomach started hurting. I had to be where I had to be at 6. Sure enough, at 5:30, good thing I was close home, I got to use the bathroom. So what if I had to stay home? And I would have. I used the bathroom. But you going to tell me, how would we know if we get sick of 40 minutes before? We could be on the way to work and get sick. You don't call an hour before? You up to something? You AWOL? Is this the military? What is this? But listen, for anybody, why do they do it? Because they can. You allow it. You allow all this. You allow the union to do what they do. You don't attend meetings and not involved. I understand everybody want to get home. I want to get home right now. I signed out 3.5 hours or 3 hours and 24 minutes ago. But I tell you this, Thursday, my Friday, I was on board. And I sat on board for 3 hours. And I don't give a damn about you, crew office. Send me to the moon if I decide to go to the moon. I don't chase money. So I'm on board, report at 8. I'm on board for 3 hours. They call, they give me a whole job. 12 to 8, whole job. I'm not doing that. I told the crew, my ankles hurt, and they did, and I booked off. And I'll book off again. Yes, you hear me? Yes, you hear me? Whoever hear me, keep this tape for the arbitrator. Think I care. And you know what I did? I went home. Because you know why? I don't got no sick days. I'd rather lose $300 than make $125 extra with the debt. Than make $125 extra. I'd rather lose $300 than make extra. Because nobody's coming into the way of my quality of life. And nobody should come in the way of your quality of life and your dignity and your respect. This is a hard job, and we do our jobs. Y'all work. This is the hardest, most professional. I just saw my man Brimage. I never seen nobody more professional than him who knew a job. He was a hero. His train derailed. He got all the passengers off safely. He helped his train operator. It was a lot. It was a young trainer. You think transit recognized him? You think they pulled him aside and called him a hero? What? What? They do what they want. They had that thing at 36th Street, and transit put everybody out, and our VP was there. It was up to me. Y'all wouldn't have been going. Y'all wouldn't have been going there. I wouldn't advise you. I damn sure wouldn't have been there. To prop transit up. And a week later, they tried to send a sister to that 36th Street station by herself. They still ain't put nothing together, no protocol, how we should respond to shootings, and they won't. They should. They better. They care about us. You go to EEO, you go to SI, listen, they got entities here just to protect transit. You let these supervisors do what they want, sexually harass our sisters, disrespect our brothers. We can't afford to live in this goddamn city. The union's doing nothing about it. Excuse my language, Jehovah. I know it's Sunday. I'll pray. And I hate the cuss. I'm so disgusted, man. This despicable union of ours. And this despicable, weighed out, pull. Two sides of the same coins, you ask me. And you know, again, you don't have to believe anything I say. Anything anybody say. Just look around. Who you can believe, me or your eyes? You know that believe half of what you hear thing. But this is here we are. Yes, we got general superintendents like TWU who target people. General Soups, yes. We got perverts like McClendon at 179. Salah, that TSS at 179. You got abusive, vindictive, unprofessional personnel here. And this company does nothing and expects everything from you. Everything from you. You can't afford to make any mistakes around. You can't make human error around here. People work with stress of losing their jobs from labor relations because they got dance for human error. Stress of losing their job because they want to choke somebody and they can't. They got families to support. They got bills to pay. And transit and the union try to take advantage of that. We can't afford to live here. Union has never spoke about housing. 17% of us, I was reading it, live out of town. We shouldn't have to ask to negotiate easy pass. Why isn't Long Island Railroad Metro North, why aren't they outside the booths? Why are they still behind the glass selling tickets? And MTA and stations got to be out there risking their life and limb. Why? Why can't the union fight for a better life for ourselves? For us. Why can't they put reps out there like they have in MOW and they have in buses? Proving people was going to fight for the membership and they scared of supervision. RTO is treated like a dog. Excuse me, we moved this city. Nobody, NYPD can't stop this city. Sanitation can't stop this city. Correction can't stop this city. No agency can stop this city. No even parts of transit can stop this city like RTO. Yes, they do what they want. We have no value. We have no equity. We just something to punch around. And you think, and all our brothers and sisters, you think you're just gonna fly under the radar your whole career? You think you're never gonna have to take a stand until something happened to you, though? These politicians spending, you would think, and God bless anybody that comes to this country looking for a better way. That's America. It's everybody's right. But how is the government spending? This is our mayor, who we supported, and our governor, who this union support, both of them. How is it that we have nowhere to live? Where's the millions on our housing? And we should be, you don't use, after taxes. Use that as a barometer on places far to live. Don't act like 100 ain't 100 grand. Don't use that barometer. We can't get none of these lotteries. Where's our place to live? It must feel good. Our brothers and sisters driving 3-4 hours, falling asleep. Some of them driving in ditches. Some of them in ditches because they fall asleep. Some of them pulling over in ditches, in bushes, in the middle of the night. They so exhausted. Or they don't see their kids. Or they paying a little something to somebody to stay in the room during the week. That's where we at. We have nowhere to live. With rents. And then the union, remember the thing with the mortgage company? When interest rates are 6%. Nobody said nothing. When interest rates was 3%. And God bless everybody who bought a house at 3%. Good move. At 4%, good move. We at 6 and some change. Who can afford a house now? 20% down. You know what the difference is between 3% interest rate and 6% interest rate? Or 4% and 6.5%? Was the union trying to help us get some property? To acquire our home, the first-time home buyers? They come when the interest rate is doubled to see one mortgage company. This is our union. They think they can give, they could barbecue our way out of everything, huh? All we want to do is eat, right? With our own money, I might add. We all can give a better party than you. They give decent parties, I guess. They're not at throw a jam. I'd give that to union. But we got things affecting our quality of life. Our quality of life while we working and outside this job. At work and outside. And this is y'all can spend it any way you want. I'm not going to do it. I'm not dying here. I'm not dying here. I'm not getting none of that. I'm not losing my hair in there. Nope, I'm not. I'm not catching none of that. None of that. And when I ever said I loved you, I do. Y'all know, you can't fake this. I made mistakes at 2 Broadway. A lot. But I was genuine and authentic about it. At least I tried to be. But I'm not losing the love and respect of my family for my brothers and sisters and how much I love y'all. And y'all don't want to fight. Status quo is what it is. Go along to get along. I don't even know how to put it. Y'all didn't appreciate Tremel fight. I don't like, listen, the same thing you didn't like about Tremel, I didn't. But he fought. He was fearless. He mentored Canelo. He brought Eric along. He brought Jesse along. He brought me along. He brought Evangeline along. It's a lot of the people that were able to fight for you because of Tremel. Tremel has no fault. He ain't no saint. He has his things about him, his cockiness and his arrogance. I see it. You see it. But that's a small part of who he was. Who he is. I'm sorry, brother. You still here. Who he is. And he fought nobody. Ask anybody at 2 Broadway before I get out of here. If Tremel said somebody was coming there. If he got 20 days and you got him a day, Tremel would be like, that's all night. He shouldn't have got nothing. He shouldn't have got nothing. Nobody harassed you more to do right for the members than Tremel. Everybody at 2 Broadway will tell you that. Y'all didn't know that part of it. He drove me crazy. He drive everybody crazy. Because he want the best. He don't want members to get any time. You think you mad about it? He would drive me nuts. I said, what? Bro, I just got him a day. He should get a re-instruction. If he got 30 in the final, you got him 5. Drum, that's too much time. That ain't right. Did you do this? Did you do that? That's who that man was. That's who the man who was assaulted. That's the man who you say, damn, why he talking about them like that? He wrong. And he was wrong for talking about Canelo. He was wrong for that. There was things he said he shouldn't have said about Canelo. But he didn't deserve for our vice president. And as a member, all of us have a right to say anything we want about this union. But that don't justify Tremel being assaulted by the leader of this department who committed an egregious act and who needs, if he had any shred of dignity and remorse and cared about the welfare of this department, he would step down. And Richie Davis and the top 4, y'all would have him step down. But what I'm saying to the union is nobody's fooled. They know there's no fighters for RTO. We know this union not strong. We know you didn't care. You don't care about the well-being of RTO. You can't. No matter what you say, you can't. You can't. You know, they say you're fighting army with a handgun. We fighting the army with a nail clipper. We're losing. We're losing. I hope I made sense. I guess I'll see you in a few days, the next live and all that. I just had to get this off my chest. We have to. For the future, y'all don't understand. I hope you understand. I'm not trying to be condescending. But if we don't stand up and fight, if they don't recognize that we ain't to be played with, that we're going to stand up for ourselves, and we're going to start by making sure that we don't have Canela representing us. That Canela is not going to play any part in this negotiation. And Canela is not the face of RTO. That's the first thing we got to do. And we got to, Gen Z, millennials, and everybody down here, we got to make a stand for ourselves. We have to. Because if you believe, at the rate it's going, they're going to eradicate some of our jobs too. And the only way they're not going to do is if we push back. And we lock them in. We have to. So y'all pretend that, you could pretend, listen, we have the capacity, human beings, to justify everything. Anything. You could, anything. That's not mold on my wall. I just got paint over it, right? Them kids ain't drug dealers. They just live in the neighborhood. They're not hanging on the corners. Oh, that's just a hernia. That's not some deeper illness. I'm not sick. We do it all the time. I've done it with my health. I came up with everything other than what was ailing me. So we got to take a stand. We have to. Keep ignoring it. It's not going to get better. That sore is going to turn into cancer. And that cancer is going to kill you. Because it's killing us now. This is just death by 1,000 cuts. That's all it is. And I hope I made some sense. And I want everybody to know everything I ever said. I always tried to work as hard as I can. I always tried to fight for y'all. I never will like bullies and supervision trying to disrespect us. Excuse me. I would never, ever want to see any one of you disrespected or try to humiliated or punished unjustly. So I don't know what else to say. I'm winging it right now. Everybody be safe and take care.